What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? What's going on? It's your boy Mills from MillCity Boxing. And right now, this is my first time on live on YouTube. People were telling me that the audio was going a little crazy on Instagram. So I decided to go on YouTube Live, start doing some interviews here. Today, we got a special guest. We have Gary Antoine Russell. He'll be tapping in with us real soon. Make sure you guys smash the like button, finger the like button, make love to the like button. You know what I'm saying? Cheat on the like button, but come right back to the like button. Um, Nevertheless, I want to say thank you to everybody that has subscribed to the YouTube channel. We just hit 10,000 subscribers a couple days ago, so I appreciate everybody that has subscribed to the channel. And if you guys haven't pressed the notification button, please do. So Gary Antoine Russell, he's 19-1, 140-pound division. He just getting back into the ring has been quite of a layoff. I'll let him get into that, but he's 30 years old. He's a southpaw, 5'7", a lot of from Washington, D.C. Yeah, and good fighter. 57% KO ratio. Um, right now, he's really a force to be reckoned with. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people know who he is from the amateurs of fighting Jaron Ennis. Um, Great fighter, definitely in the makings to become a world champion. A lot of people, he comes from a lineage of a family of boxers. A lot of people know his older brother, Gary Russell Jr. And yeah, make sure we got 6 people on the live. Thank you guys for tapping in with us. You know what I'm saying? You guys could be doing anything right now. So I appreciate you guys. Please smash the like button if you are entering in here. Gives us room, gives us growth. And I'll be, continuing to do a lot of more of my interviews on YouTube Live. So, nevertheless, guys, let's talk about exactly what's going on in boxing today. A lot of people have things to say about the actual Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford fight. Should it be a rematch? Should it not be a rematch? Let me know what y'all think in the comment section as well. What y'all think? Are you guys looking forward for that, or if you're not, um, you know, I personally believe that I don't want to see a rematch, but some people do. Um, I think that it was a one-sided beat. 154 pounds, it'll be any different. I think that it was a one-sided beat, but nevertheless, appreciate you guys tapping in with us. Just waiting on Gary to enter the room now. But nevertheless, what y'all think? Would y'all like to see a rematch? Would you not like to see a rematch? Would you like to see, him? Who do you like to see, Terrence Crawford fight next? I mean, would you like to see him fight, stay at 47, probably fight guys like Jaron Ennis, Keith Thurman? Would you guys like to see him move up to 54? Probably challenge, the WBO interim champion. It seems to me that, this guy right here, Jamel Charlo, will be fighting September 30th against Canelo Alvarez. So it seems to me that it's like, I guess the WBO decided to, strip his title. So they'll probably give that to elevate Tim Tszyu for that title. If that's the case, obviously we'd probably see a Terrence Crawford versus Tim Tszyu. His his uh his dad was a force to be reckoned with, to be honest with you. But nevertheless, I can't wait. Boxing has definitely done us great. We got great fights this week as well. You know what I'm saying? We got on the top rank card. You know what I'm saying? We got Oscar Valdez versus Navarrete. That's for a title at 130 pounds. Navarrete, a force to be reckoned with. You know what I'm saying? Long arm reach. You know what I'm saying? He beat Liam, an Australian dude. He got knocked down in his last fight and ended up, Liam wasn't able to take care of him, so he ended up coming back and taking care of Liam with a KO. Oscar Valdez, his last outing was against Adam Blue Nose Lopez. That was a rematch fight. That fight, it was pretty good. I think that Adam Blue Nose was fighting well. I just believe that in the same time, he just didn't have enough pop to keep Oscar Valdez off him. Also, I did like the way that Oscar Valdez was utilizing his jab. There's a big arm reach in this fight this Saturday, so you got to look out for that. I do believe that Navarrete is just a long fighter. It's a Mexican showdown fight. You know what I'm saying? So if you guys like phone booth type of a fights, this is that one. I do believe that Oscar Valdez possesses a better boxing IQ, but in the same time, it's like he ain't the greatest boxer. He's more of a puncher. I think this is a punching fight, regardless, no matter how you cut it. Um, so it's a good fight, nevertheless. Um, but going off of what y'all think on, the time we have Anthony Joshua, he was supposed to fight Dillian White. Dillian White got in trouble with PEDs for the second time. What y'all think about that? Got my man entering the room right now. Hey, what's going on, champ?
Hey, what's up? What's up, man? How you feeling?
Doing good. I'm doing good, man. What's
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 up?
uh what's next for you, man? How you doing?
Man, I've been good. I've been good. I've been training, grinding.
Yeah. What's next for you and your brothers?
You know, Twan, he actually fights this Saturday.
Right.
He
Right.
fights this Saturday at the MGM. Um, far as Little Gary Jr., he may be going in December. He may be going in December.
Mm, mm. Um, I talked to both of your brothers. This is my first time speaking to you. Thank you for joining me. Um, for the people that don't know who you are exactly, explain. As far as you started your career as what weight did you start your career at?
Bantamweight,
Bantamweight, right? Um, and like as far as now, I mean, are you continuing boxing?
of course, of
And
course.
when do you feel like you get back yourself back into the ring?
Uh, I see a lot of people in my weight class are fighting for belts.
Mm.
Uh, I think
Talk to me.
they look like they would be. They one has a belt, for a belt. So the belts are being tossed around right now in my weight class. Everything is looking wide open for me, honestly, to come and collect them.
Yep.
Quiet as mm, I don't think it's
What do you?
nobody out here on my skill set that has
Yeah.
my skill set. No, I don't. I don't.
So talk to me. I mean, we just had this fight with Cool Boy Steph and Inoue. What were your thoughts on that fight? Your both of your brothers believed that Inoue was going to win that fight. What did you think, and what was your reaction on that fight?
Uh, I thought the same. I would have liked for Cool Boy to win, of course. I would have liked for him
Mm-hmm.
to win. I didn't feel as though he had enough firepower to keep Anyway off of him. Anyway, he's a good fighter.
Absolutely, absolutely. In the same time, do you believe that that's a fighter that you would like to entertain yourself with?
Hell yeah, absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. 100% healthy and in shape. Yeah,
What do you think that you could do that Cool Boy couldn't do?
I don't believe Cool Boy possess a good game plan to fight anyway or the punching power. He didn't have no equalizer. He had nothing to connect him. I do.
Right. Um, like do you believe is he in your pound for pound list anyway? Yeah.
Yep.
Do you? I don't know if you've seen the interview with Floyd Mayweather, but he had a lot to say last a couple days ago. He believes that Inoue hasn't really fought a lot of fights in America. Therefore, there was not enough testing for PEDs. Not necessarily giving Inoue his just dues when it came down to his career. What would you have to say about that?
Uh, I, I'm not going to say I agree with Floyd, but I hear what he's saying. I understand what he's saying. You know, in Japan, they could be doing anything. A lot of people assume that he could be juicing or the way he wrap his hands could be illegal and everything. They play by different rules in Japan, especially for their superstar. Anything could be happening. I feel as though he just have raw skill as well, though. Also,
Yeah,
I agree that he fought a lot of fights in the U.S. I feel like he's still good. I still feel like he'd beat a lot of the people in the U.S. Skill is
yeah,
skills, no go.
yeah. I mean, when it comes down to you, and a fight like that, have you or you eligible to ever go out the country in your pro, career or amateur career to feel the type of way Cool Boy was feeling?
Yeah, as far as the amateurs.
Yeah,
Then again, I can't really say. Now I haven't fought on that level of competition. Yes, I won numerous of championship tournaments, but to go actually overseas and fight to become undisputed, I haven't reached that. I haven't reached that stage yet. So I can't say how Cool Boy probably felt at that time. I don't know if the lights was too bright for him or not. I don't know anything honestly. I can't say how he possibly felt.
Mm. So when it comes down to your family, I mean, obviously the lineage just goes on from. Is it past your father or it started with your father?
Nah, it actually go past my dad. Uh, my uncle actually fought in boxing. That's how my dad actually started. I had my great great granddad. He used to fight as well. So I think that's probably where it comes from. It was definitely rooted through him from someone else.
Mm. So, gearing up, are you guys helping each other out, all the Russell brothers?
Of course, of course, we have to. Pop's gone now. Pop's gone now, so
Right.
it's just us to keep everything, to keep going, keep flowing. Charge.
100%. 100%. Um, Going off of a fight that happened a couple weeks ago, one of the biggest fights in boxing. We had Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence fight. What are your reactions to that fight? Okay. Couple weeks ago, we had the Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence fight. I would like to get your reaction on that fight. Mm-hmm. Was, was there a big skill gap in that you thought? Yep. Mm, mm. Um, that being said, did you did you expect that performance was going to be the way it was, or do you thought it was going to be more competitive? Mm-hmm. Mm. Just like how Arrow predicted, a one-sided ass whooping. Exactly, exactly. When it comes down to a rematch and looking at that fight, analyzing that fight, I don't know how many times you watched the fight. I watched the fight already like 3 times. Um, did you see a difference in Errol Spence, or have you already seen a difference in Errol Spence prior to the car crash? Hmm. That Dallas accent.
It just looked like the better man won that night.
Mm, mm. Um, the better man won that night. So you believe, hey, if that happens at 54, we're looking at the same performance, the same result.
I don't know. I don't. Earl said it was high. I know possibly. You know, he got to lose less weight. He probably be stronger. Naturally, he probably be the bigger guy. The fight could the fight could be a little more competitive, but I'm still gonna lean towards Terrence.
Right, right. Do you have him as your number one pound for pound, Terrence?
Um, I will have to.
Hmm.
I have to. You got to look at all the work that they've done. You have to give it to him. Right? Have nobody else been a two-time undisputed champion. You got to give
Right.
you when it's due.
Um, do you believe that anybody from 147 to 160 can give him problems?
Say it again. Your service kind of went out a little.
Okay. Do you believe anybody from 147 to 160 can give him problems? Did you
Hmm.
hear me?
If I had to, if I had to say anywhere, I think him and the Charlos, either or, would be a good fight. I feel like even though they from Texas with Earl, I feel like they have a little more swag than Earl. I feel like they're a little more explosive than Earl. Like I said, I believe Earl is a little bit one dimensional. He has a style in which he breaks you. I feel
Hmm.
like the Charlos are a little slicker. You know, they're a little more skilled. I watched them like slip and fire. You know, I watched them do little vet moves in which I think it would be a more exciting fight if one of the Charlos fought them. Um, Demetrius Andre, I feel like that would be a good fight. He's not really
Yep.
spoke.
He's at 68 right now.
Yeah, I feel like that would be a good fight. I would like to see that
Mm.
fight as well. Honestly, far as Canelo and I could put Canelo in the mix, but I'm honestly not too excited to see that. I wouldn't be too excited to see that. I feel like Bud would beat Canelo.
Really? And you're
I,
not excited for that. That just you saying that it got excited. You got the 168 undisputed champion versus the 47 and 40, and who knows what he does at 54.
yeah, who knows? Who knows? But out of all of them fights, I think I would like. If I had to choose, I would like to see him fight probably Demetrius Andre or one of the Chalo.
Mm, mm. Well, let's piggyback on that. I guess they're in talks. There's some talks of, Demetrius Andre's fight and David Benavidez. How do you see that fight playing out at 168 pounds? Due to the
Mm.
fact that Demetrius Andres only had one fight at 168 pounds with Demond Nicholson, didn't look too great. But what are your thoughts?
I feel like the layoff definitely played an issue when it came to him fighting Demond Nicholson. Um,
When is there never a layoff when it comes to Demetrius Andres?
exactly, and I feel like we would probably see the best version of him if he got to fight more. Mm, kind of like Gary Russell Jr. thing. Mm, I feel
Mm-hmm.
like the best Deontay if he got to fight Demetrius if he was able to fight more. But him and David Benavidez, I don't know. I don't know. Right now, actually, Benavidez is one of my top five faves. One of my
Yes.
top five. That would be a good fight. That would be a good fight. Dang. Yeah,
Who do
that'd
you
be a
lean
real
towards?
good.
Who do you lean towards?
Ah, um, probably towards David.
David?
I'm
Size?
leaning towards the size. In the later rounds, it's like he gets stronger. It's like
Mm.
he gets stronger in his later rounds. It's like he pick up. Not taking nothing away from Boo. He's a monster himself. But you know what? Then again, I feel like Boo Boo has the conditioner. He's always in great shape, and I think he has the ring IQ and the slickness to actually take the fight. So I
See,
don't know.
see, everything that you just stated there, Caleb Plant had besides the conditioning towards the later rounds. I think he has like asthma or something. Or there's a condition that he has that I don't really want to speak upon. But yeah, I believe that they possess similar attributes. Now, do you think power needs to be something in fact that Caleb Plant didn't have to keep David honest? Is that something that maybe Boo Boo has more than Caleb?
Boo has that. Boo Boo has that. I feel like Boo Boo has the punching power to make David Benavidez slow down or give him somewhat of respect.
Mm. So you believe that's way more of a competitive fight?
Yes, definitely do.
Mm. Mm. At that division, obviously we got the Kingpin, the Cash Cow, Canelo Alvarez. I mean, who is your top guy? I mean, you just mentioned that David Benavidez is one of your favorites, but where does David Morrell fall in all this?
He doesn't. Not with me,
Mm.
honestly. I watched him fight. I watched him fight. He's good. I'm not taking anything from him either. But honestly, I feel like,
The opposition?
yeah, I feel like, yeah, the people that he's been fighting hasn't been the best. People he's supposed to beat. I feel like David Bennett probably stop him or beat him. I feel like Boo Boo will outscore him, outland him, and beat him.
Mm.
I feel like Canelo is strong and who will also beat him. I
Mm.
feel like any of them top guys would probably beat him.
Okay.
I feel like they'd be good fights. Any fight that I feel like would be close or a good competitive fight because of the styles.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I feel like him and David Benavidez
Mm.
could their styles clash together.
Right.
I feel like him and Boo, it'll be a good fight. It could become boring because of Boo Boo knows he has power and Boo Boo's a smart fighter. Demetrius Andre, he's a smart fighter. He would be slick and move and crafty. Uh, David a little slow on his feet. I mean, Morrell, he's a little slow on his feet. Uh, and Canelo, he's going to be Canelo. He's going to dictate the pace until it's time he feels as though he needs to pick it up. And I feel like when he does pick it up, it may be enough to overwhelm anything that he has.
Right, right. You know, you're like the last brother that with the Russell brothers that I haven't got to speak to. And listening to you talk, right, and your boxing mind, all three of you guys have great boxing minds, but you guys have completely different pizzazz. You guys have different chemistry. Like you guys have different personalities. All three of you guys. Absolutely.
They say that
They say that all the time.
all the time.
Yeah, man. You more like calm, chill, relaxed. You probably listen to R&B music on your spare time type deal. Not saying, but you guys all can box. You know what I'm saying? Your youngest brother, he like a rock star. You know what I'm saying? And then the oldest, right? Is Junior.
Yeah, Junior.
He got a accent. He has more of a D. Is it DC? Is it like a DC accent? The
Yeah,
Shawty and all that.
DC accent.
Real country vibe-ish
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So it's cool to listen to you talk. But nevertheless,
Yeah.
getting back into some boxing, right? So,
Yeah.
you know, at 140 pounds, your youngest brother, um, the young 147 phenom of the sport, Jaron Boots Ennis. Your brother beat him. They're like 3-1 in the amateurs, and your brother's ahead. Uh, when it comes down to the pros, a lot of people talk about, you know what I'm saying, the amateurs are not like the pros. Um, what do you believe? And obviously, both of these guys have gotten better. What do you believe that if they got to meet in the ring at 147 pounds, what would happen as pros?
Young Olympic team. There was only two amateurs, three.
Shakur Stevens. Mm-hmm. And Jerome Boots Ennis. Okay. Mm. Little staticky.
Fighters to watch.
Yeah.
You know, and I say that to say that it's no doubt in my mind that I believe my younger brother could beat him again on a pro level because the amateurs is different than the pros. It's a much quicker pace, you know. And the pros, you could slow down, you could think a little more, you have more time to set things up. You could set something up in the fourth round for the fourth, fifth, and sixth round, you know. And the first 4 to 5 rounds are nothing but setup rounds. And so you have more time to be creative, to think, to set traps and everything. And I believe that if my brother isn't on point, Jerron Boots, he has skills to make an upset, to cause an upset. It's no doubt in my mind with my younger brother on point, Boots can't do nothing with him. I don't witnessed it 3 times in a row.
Mm. Mm. So, some people talk about it that one of those fights could have went Boots' way. What do you believe in that?
Uh, See, the first fight they completely don't put up. You don't see the first fight no more. You
Got
don't
you.
get to see the first fight. They made sure nobody got to see that.
Okay, okay.
The first
Make sure
fight,
y'all smash the like button right here. Go right
yeah,
ahead.
the first fight was devastating. Like, hands down, clear. Hey, Shawty, you lost. He got in your shit. He got in your ass.
Mm, mm.
Mm. The next time they fought, he beat Antoine, which I actually thought was the closest fight that they had.
The one he won.
The one that Boots won, I thought was the closest fight that they had. The second fight in the championships would put Boots in the losers, not the losers bracket, but gave Antoine a position to fight him one more time in the Olympic trials. I thought it was close, but I thought Antoine edged it by the second and third round. The first round was close. He got it. No, the first round Antoine clearly won in my opinion. The second
Okay.
round was close. He got his mouthpiece knocked out like 2 times with good shots. The third round, he clearly just took the third round. The
Mm,
next fight, I don't think it was close. I think it was a nice back and forth in the fight. Both fighters throwing a lot of punches. They giving it their all. They giving a lot of punches, but even with that last fight, I thought it was clear that Antoine won all 3 rounds.
okay.
It was
So
an
what?
exciting fight, but I thought he won all 3 rounds.
Okay. So now you guys are all pros now. What do you think is the difference maker now with the 8 ounce gloves, no headgear? That well, actually, you guys didn't. They didn't have headgear for that fight. Actually, I watched it.
Yeah,
Right?
they just had bigger gloves,
Just bigger gloves. That's it. Exactly.
bigger
So,
gloves.
what possesses you to believe, besides him being your brother, that he would take boots in the pros?
Trainer, trainer. I'm
They
I'm
say
a
Jaron
believer that.
Ennis is a hard worker in the gym. He's a
Yeah, my
gym rat.
brother's
They
a
say.
hard worker. My brother's a
Okay.
hard worker. He's a gym rat. We always been like that. It's no different.
So they both possess the
No
same
different.
quality when it comes to work ethic. So
Yep.
what else do you believe that? What do you see?
The game plan, the skill set, just honestly the inner man. The inner man. Boxing is a sport that makes and breaks people. You feel me? There's a lot of good fighters that hide behind them talents, but they're not complete men. You know, thorough. They're not complete. Like they may be great at boxing, but far as some street stuff, they probably will handle it completely different. And I think that's just the essence of the person, of the individual, of the man. We seen kinks in certain people armors. So I say that to say, win or lose, you could pay attention to a man and see if he's a man or not. For instance, I'm gonna use Earl Spence as an example. We seen him get knocked down multiple times, down on the scorecards, but he got up every single time and he tried to apply more pressure over and over. Like he couldn't be broke. He was gonna have to either get killed or hurt in that ring before he just quit or stopped giving it his all. And that's something that certain men possesses in themselves. I seen
Will.
that will, you feel me? A lot of men hide that behind because they're good, they have skill. But when you got to dig deep, when you have somebody who's just as fast as you, just as strong as you, who put just as much work in as the gym as you, has a good game plan with you, then what do you fall back to?
Mm,
And I feel like that's what would make a difference.
mm, mm. How does the fight play out in your
My younger brother winning, unanimous,
unanimous decision?
unanimous decision. You know what? Not even being if they both on point. If they really both on point,
Yeah,
uh,
which I believe they probably would be.
a majority split,
Mm,
majority split. It could go anywhere. It could be a majority split, unanimous. No, I feel like it would be another great fight to watch. I feel like it's
mm.
definitely bound to happen.
Right, right. I remember talking to your brother, and he said that they spoke upon each other, him and Boots, talking about make sure y'all, take care of your career, make sure that, you don't take any last minute fights because we have unfinished business and we will see each other in the pros.
Yeah,
So definitely when that time manifests, I believe that it would be a great fight, great storyline. When it comes down to your brother's weight, I look at him and he's like a real big guy. Um, he told me he doesn't have a problem making 140. Um, but in the same time, where do you see his ceiling at 140 pounds? Do you believe he will get that opportunity to, perhaps be a unified champion, undisputed champion, or just a belt holder? But where, like, you guys know each other as far as weight is concerned.
uh, I feel like he's gonna move around. I feel like he's definitely gonna make noise at 140 before moving up to 47.
Yeah.
Then again, he may just be like, you know what, forget it. He could possibly win a belt at 140 and decide to immediately move up and challenge somebody. It's noise
Mm,
being made at 47. It's people that he would like
right,
about. He choose to go.
right.
It's his career. It's his career, and he's going to handle his career how he wants to. We just here to back him up and make sure he do it the right way.
I like it. I like it a lot. Now let's name the champions, and you tell me who do you think he stops. All right. So we got Teofimo Lopez, lineal champion, WBC champion, Regis Prograis, IBF, Subriel Matias, and then we got Rolly with the WBA. Out of those four champions, who does he stop?
Rolly
He stops them.
stops Rolly
How early? How early?
as early as Rolly get reckless. If Rolly get reckless in the first round, he's going in the first.
Mm, mm. What's the fight?
My brother capitalized on it right in the first.
Mm. What fight would you that you want to see out of those? Like out of all those four champions, who would you really want to see for your brother? What strap?
Honestly, it's two people I would want to see. It's two, and it's about even. Honestly, I would like to see him fight Regis. I would like him
Regis.
for him to see Regis, because honestly, right now, Regis he's not my favorite out the weight class, but he means business. He's mean
Mm.
business, you know. And I like that for him, you know. I like it for him. I actually been watching Regis for a while, you know, and I always like I like this dude. He's strong. I made some money with him too. I betted on a couple of his fights. I made some money with him, you know. So
Can't
I
go
like
wrong with it.
Regis. You can't go wrong with it, you know. I like Regis. See him fight.
Teofimo Lopez. I knew it.
Yeah. This is the only reason why. This is the only reason why.
I
We
heard a
go
cool
back
story.
to kids,
What your dad said
juniors,
about when he got gypped in the
to
amateurs and you told him what to do. And, and
yeah, yeah. Go to Honduras. Go to Honduras. You'll be the first one to do it. Go ahead, do your thing. And he did. But when Antoine and them was in the amateurs, we talked about it. We talked about it. He's like, man, you keep doing your thing in the pros, man. Listen, you get a belt, I'm gonna get a belt. And we'll fight each other and we have to cash out. But we cannot fight each other till we both have belts and we both at the top of our game so we can make as much money as possible off the fight.
mm,
So
mm,
to hear a vision of something that they plan come to fruition, I would love it. That definitely would go down, and I know it would bring our relationship close as family. You know, outside of boxing.
right, right,
You know,
right.
it'd be a dope story for them. You know,
Now check it. Obviously, I've been doing boxing media. Guys, make sure it's 32 people on the chat room. Smash the like button. We got 14 likes. Smash that like button. Um, at the end of the day, right?
yeah,
Everybody talks about your brother at 140 pounds. I mean, he is undefeated, correct?
correct.
You got one loss. Your brother got you guys. Your other brother got two losses. I mean, you guys have great resumes in your pros. Um, but there's one guy that is very avoided in that weight division that nobody want to talk about. But that same guy, everybody want to see your brother fight. You know who it is?
And what weight class?
That same weight class, brother, and he happens to be a champion.
In 140.
Yeah, Subriel Matias from Puerto Rico, the guy that got the highest KO ratio in the division, the guy that's Puerto Rican with a blonde mohawk.
Was a blonde mohawk. Oh, you know what? Honestly, I feel like my brother would beat him easy.
Easy.
I feel like my brother would beat him easy. He's one dimensional. He just have a lot of pop. He on the back end he's strong.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's strong on the back end, but he get hit so damn much.
Yep.
He get
Yep.
hit a lot. I feel like that would be an easy fight for my brother, honestly. Get my brother
Easy.
in shape. I feel like it would be an easy fight.
Mm.
I feel like an easy fight.
That's going 12.
It might not. It might not.
Mm.
I know my younger brother. He will be in shape to go 14 rounds, 15 rounds. He probably be the same. Like I said, but skills pay the bills, And my brother isn't one dimensional. I feel like with him is what you see is what you get. He's looking to beat you down and stop you. I don't see him do too much crafty stuff. I don't really see him slipping and firing. His
He got
reflexes.
that catch and shoot game on Smash though.
That what?
He got the catch and shoot game on Smash.
Yeah. I mean, not really. He do that with people who sit there and punch with him.
Mm.
You know, most cases it happen when I beat you down enough. Now you're gonna punch. It's like a rabbit up against a fence. You eventually he's gonna step at you. So once you in somebody's chest, they not trying to get stopped. I feel like it's easier to catch and shoot from there. And then again, I don't think he's
Right.
one as fast as my brother, who has the ring gentlemanship and the ring IQ like my brother either.
Mm.
If I'm not mistaken, this is the same guy. He beat one of my former teammates, Malik Hawkins.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's him. That's him. Yeah, yeah. I feel like that could be. It could be a rugged fight. It's either gonna go one or two ways.
Didn't he change your? He changed your boy's career, right?
Yeah, he did. He did. It could be.
He's a
It could.
bad boy.
It could be a rugged fight. It could be a rugged fight based off of the guy's style. He's not the best inside fighter. He's not the best
Really.
outside fighter. He possesses massive power for real, and the endurance to keep going. I watch him take a lot of shots, and he just give them back from the
Yep.
inside. He works best from the inside, but in most cases
I
is
was
in the
about to
later.
say he's a good inside fighter, not
Yeah,
necessarily a great outside fighter, but a good inside fighter.
I don't think he's a great inside fighter. He get hits a hell of a lot from the inside. I feel like he just
Mm.
does his best work from the inside, but he makes a lot of flaws and mistakes from the insides as well. You know,
Right.
a lot of things that I know we will probably capitalize on and we will see. I
Yeah.
honestly think the fight, little bro on point, and we get enough time for him. I feel like the fight will be easy. I
Mm.
know what my younger brother possess.
Right. Right. Now I think like that's the fight that I really want to see. You know what I'm saying? I do believe that your brother's name gets rang a lot in the division. Rang a lot. I mean, it was unfortunate for his last time coming up. I think he told me he ate like a burger or something like that. Had a poppy seed. There's something bad in his body, and then what they ruled him something there. I don't know what it was, but the New York Commission did not allow him to fight or something like that. He had a suspension. Is that right?
Yeah, but it wasn't due to nothing like that. Usually after you fight, the commissioner suspend you anyway. Most cases up until you go and get another fight and get all your paperwork and everything done over. Um, his federal ID just got suspended, so he wasn't able to fight again
Got
anyway.
you.
We just recently got our federal IDs redone some months ago, so KG and everything is done. Everything that needed to be done, physicals and all, has been done. So now he's clear. It wasn't as like substance, anything that was in his body.
Right. Um, and going on to some other divisions, and where do you believe that your ceiling lies as far as what peak, what division do you think you'll finish at?
Honestly, like I'm a lot smaller than what people actually think. I
Yeah.
walk around all my fight weight. I walk around at probably like 123.
Really? Whoa.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
So I never have to lose too much. I never have to lose too much. You know.
Mm.
So I could probably see like 26, maybe 26.
Mm. Yeah. Cool division. A very underrated division. Um, you know, guys like on their way out, Nonito Donaire. Um, cool fight. His last fight ended the way it did. Um, Nevertheless, we talk about some of the hottest divisions in boxing. Happens to be it's the 135 division. Uh, who do you like at 135?
Honestly, I forget who's all at 135. I know Devin Haney's at 35, correct?
Yeah. Before we jump into that, right? Devin Haney's coming in. He's supposedly supposed to fight Regis Prograis, right? At 140. It was supposed to be October 29th. They're moving the date. Who do you like in that fight? Regis or Haney?
Haney.
You like Haney?
I like Haney
By decision?
by decision. He ain't about to stop
Mm,
Reed. He ain't gonna. No,
right.
I can't. I don't know. I don't know. Uh, I feel like Regis is a little slower than him. His arms a little shorter. I definitely feel as though he have the punching power to probably knock Haney out or hurt him for sure. But I feel like Haney just have the reach and he know how to use it. He know how to use it well. I'm not going to say he's going. He's a safe fighter when he need to be. He's a safe
Yep.
fighter when he need to be, and honestly, that's smart. At the end of the day,
Mm,
you want to take as as less punches as possible, hit and not get
facts.
hit. And Haney does that well. He does
Yep.
that well. I feel like he'd beat Regis.
Okay. So, say we add the 135 undisputed champion Devin Haney, and he stays in the mix at 135. We got guys like Frank Martin, Shakur Stevenson, Lomachenko,
He'll beat Frank Martin. He'll beat Frank Martin.
Keyshawn
I got
Davis,
him beating Keyshawn. Going to get him.
Javante Tank
Keyshawn.
Davis. So you think Keyshawn Davis could get Devin Haney?
Yep.
Mm, mm.
Keyshawn Davis,
By
businessman.
decision?
Uh, it could be by decision. It could be by decision. Unanimous. Unanimous, man. I ain't gonna swear. I'm gonna give Shorty his props. I'm giving him his props. He'll beat him. Uh, I got Shakur beating him. Yeah.
Mm.
Honestly, I'm just giving it to Shakur and Keyshawn. I feel like
Now talk.
I feel like Lomo would beat him again if they fight. That fight was actually pretty close. I feel like they should have called it a draw, but he's the champ. Give him the belts. Should have did a
Yeah.
little
Yeah, that draw would have been nice to see it running back for sure.
run it back.
Um, but we left out one of the cash cows of the division, Javante Davis. How does he square off with all these guys you mentioned?
I like Tank, man. I actually grew up with Tank. I grew up with
Yeah.
Tank. He was my roommate when we fought in the Golden Gloves together, and I never liked too many people, but I always liked Tank. I always liked Tank. We used to backflip together at shows and everything. He was always a cool, humble dude. So they were like, "Man, who you want in your room?" I was like, "Look, I can't have nobody in my room but Tank. If y'all gonna put anybody in my room, put Tank in my room." You know what I mean? So me and him was roommates at the Golden Gloves. I like Tank a lot. I feel like he has the punching power to get any of them out.
Yeah.
Any of them.
Yeah.
Any of them. Uh, I feel like he'll
Tell
be.
me, yo, tell me a story. Yo. You guys were roommates. Tell me a unique story for the YouTube.
Nah, I can't. I can't.
Nah,
Nah, I can't. I can't. I can't.
y'all
That's
were
my
that
boy.
wild.
That was my man. Nah, nah, nah. We
Y'all were
wasn't.
that wild.
Nah, we chill. Honestly, he's a chill guy. He could get
Right.
wild. For the most part, Tank he's chill. You feel me?
Yeah.
He's honestly chill. People probably think that's him faking when he's on TV and everything. Nah, that's Tank. He always been chill. He's been explosive, but he's always chill. Yeah, you'll catch him doing backflips. The best I could describe him as like a pig. You know, not in a lazy way or a sloppy way, but if you don't know about pigs, they like the fourth smartest animal in the world, and they got this explosiveness about them. They like explode and burst, and he's
Mm,
chill, but Tank has them burst, and he have moments in which he just turn up, he's flipping, or he get loud for that split second, and he's back to chill. That's always been Tank. But no, I can't give y'all no story with me and Tank. Me and Tank. That will only talk to him about it because I know he'd remember it if I ever talked to him about it. But Shakur beating Haney, Keyshawn beating Haney, Shakur and Tank. I would like to see. I would like.
Is that the Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford of that division? Is that mega fight?
Yeah, I would like to see Tank and Shakur before I like to see Shakur and Haney.
Tell me why.
Cause Shakur has the skills. Don't get me wrong. I feel as though Shakur has the skill to beat probably everyone in that weight class,
Hmm.
including Tank has skill too. But Tank has something that Shakur don't, and that's just that one punch knockout power. And he has speed. He's fast. He got nice. He got ample hand speed. Shakur has great timing. Shakur has impeccable timing. He has real great timing, and he has a bomb ring gentlemanship, a good ring IQ. And I feel like their styles would just make a great fight.
Right. And is it because more like you just don't know the ending?
There you go. It could be a one-sided fight on either side. Either Shakur could easily just outpoint him and beat him up, or it just takes one when it comes to Tank. And Tank has the skill and can always set it up.
Right. Right. Do you believe that people underrate his boxing ability, and
Who
they
Tank?
just think yeah, they just think he's just a knockout artist? And where do
Yeah,
you see
they
his
do.
ceiling?
They do. They do underestimate his boxing ability. Like I said, I fought in tournaments with him when we was younger, a lot of tournaments. And I watched him in most cases before Tank became this one punch knockout artist, he was a boxer. He was just a slick boxer. Stick and move, slip, roll, get out the way.
Now tell me, right? I heard a story. I want to know what you believe in that. Obviously he's like a real cash cow of the sport right now. But being in the amateurs with Tank, is it true that he had this pizzazz about him that everybody wanted to see him even in the amateurs? Watch him fight?
I can't honestly say.
Mm,
I know in the amateurs, a lot of people wanted to see me and him fight because at the time it was me. Tank had just turned open. I was already open and I was winning everything.
okay.
I was beating everybody. And when he came,
What was your record?
when he turned him, I was like, uh, almost like 240 and 12, 240 and 13,
Nice
something
record.
like that. Like a good
Nice.
record, real good record. And he was one of the nice. He was one of the other nice guys who grew up. You feel me? So I don't know. When we always fought together, in most cases, me and Tank was always a weight class apart or an age bracket apart. So we always fought on a lot of cards together. So if it was me and Tank on the card and just any other fighters, I know for a fact everybody was going to stay for me or either Tank. So you know what? Yeah, I can say that. I can say that.
That's what's up.
And then probably after
Mm,
that,
I like it. I like it a lot. Guys, we got 42 people watching right now. We got to get these likes up, guys. We only got 20 likes, 42 people. Let's bring it up. Let's bring it up. So, man, that's cool. Now, y'all never got to spar?
we sparred one time. We only it was like an exhibition. We only sparred like 2 rounds.
How was that?
It was cool. It was cool. At the time, I was older. I was older, a little stronger and stuff. So honestly, the first round I ain't do too much. The second round, I came out sending that shit. I would throw a punch. And I remember he was telling me, he was like, "Bro, like you threw this one hook and I caught it." He was like, "Dog, that drink was hard as shit." He was like, "I ain't gonna say that's one of the hardest punches I felt." Other than that, but he was skilled. It was good. It was good work. It was good work. He was skilled. It ain't like I went out there and beat his ass or fucked him up or anything. Nah, I touched the first round Just all right, look, it's an exhibition. We ain't about to go out there like it's a fight. Come on, let's just work on some stuff. Like it was actual spawn. But in the second round, I did pick up the intensity. He picked up the intensity, I picked up the intensity, and they got a little more excited. But it was only 2 rounds. You know?
What was it because he landed a shot and that because I used to box, so I know when like someone hits you with some shit, it's like you gonna bring that much noise, I'm gonna have to bring some noise too. Was it that you felt something that he gave you and you was
Nah,
just like I gotta give it back?
nah, it wasn't none of that. It was none of that. We knew it was a mutual respect thing. We grew up together. You feel me? So, and then that was it. That was it. He threw a jab, and he's a lot fucking faster than it was the first round. So I'm like, all right, cool, let's work.
Yeah, because it get like that. I mean, I remember sparring my cousin, bro, and it's just like it get hot regardless. What about your brothers? You sparred your brother?
Yeah, I spar all my bros. We ain't sparred in a while because they be in camps, and when they in camps, they need certain styles, or they fighting someone that's orthodox. We all southpaws.
Exactly,
Hmm.
exactly. Um, how does that get in the ring? You know what I'm saying? Like we all know that y'all brothers, but sometimes people try to, you know, they try to say, "Yo, your brother, this brother's better, or this brother's better." And sometimes when you guys meet in the ring, it's like you guys kind of want to prove what y'all about. Does it ever get hot?
Sometimes it always get we brothers, and then on top of that, we men. But I'm just so different. It's been times in which I'm not gonna say I ever let my younger brother get out anything, but I know it's been times in which I pull punches or I lower the intensity, especially make sure. And I only did that with my younger brother. With my older brother, oh no, I'm trying to beat his ass.
Yeah. He big, yeah. Got cut off a little bit. Make sure y'all guys smash that like button. I think he driving, so sometimes the signal goes off and stuff like that. We good, we good. I think we good. The signal got cut off a little bit. Yeah, we lit now. We lit now. So, you know, when we talk about some big fights that are coming up, um, what's the biggest fight that you want to see personally? You know what I'm saying? What's a fight that maybe is not even lined up, but if you had to play matchmaker, what would that fight be? Mm. You think people? Yeah, I don't know if you heard it. Loma said if he can't get the rematch for Devin, he'll retire. And Shakur really want that fight. The pub, yeah, the yeah, facts. The public will demand it. What you think in that fight? You think it'll be easy work for Shakur and Haney? Mm, mm. Yeah, I agree. I think that Shakur is definitely that dude. You know, I had the pleasure of speaking with him a few times. Definitely one of my favorite lightweights. Now, um, your brother, Gary Russell Jr., he's been dying. I mean, he's been calling out Tank for a long time. So now it's hard to choose, right? It's hard to choose. You got my brother or my roommate. You know what I'm saying? Talk to me, man. Talk to me. Be that like you said, everybody like you because you unbiased, right? Talk to me. Talk to me about the style matchup. I mean, obviously, if they, if you know, your shorty said, "Yo, we got no money and we gotta make a bet, and we need this money right now to pay the rent." Talk to me. Who you putting your money on? Okay, okay. Why? Got it.
I feel like they would be competitive though. I feel like if my brother fights Tank, it wouldn't be competitive. I feel like it'd be a landslide. It would be easy.
Be easy for your brother.
Yeah.
Mm.
Hmm.
What's the difference maker? Is it the IQ?
The
Is it the
IQ.
speed?
It's the IQ.
Mm.
I believe a lot of new fighters now they're athletic. I mean by athletic, their reflexes are better. They quicker or maybe a little stronger than their opponent. When it just comes to raw skill, it's not too many people that have it now.
Mm.
Just raw skill, just vet. Lomachenko, my brother, Canelo, Shakur falls in line. Uh, Keyshawn is really good. Mm, Inoue, I can't forget him. Inoue, he's skilled. That little guy's skilled. Everyone else, I feel like, is kind of athletic to a degree.
You think, like, you know, on the channel, they always talk about, Inoue should fight the Russell brothers. You think he would get a lot more respect coming out here and fighting you guys? Because it feels like Americans are not giving him his just dues, which I believe they should. You know what I'm saying? I think that, he dismantled, Cool Boy. Like, he really did. It was easy work. But it seems to me that, boxing is like what you have done for me lately. So it's like, what do you think? You think a fight with y'all two, he could get his respect if just taking the fight alone in America?
I say I don't. Boxing is one of the loneliest sports, so he could do whatever he do, and honestly, he might not get his flowers until he's gone,
Mm. What about
till he's out.
if he?
Unless
Yep,
he moves up,
yep,
unless he actually move up or
yep.
fight somebody at a catch weight or something,
Like,
like and spank them. If he move up to like 130 and do a catch weight, or move up to a 35 and decide to fight one of these four kings, then it's a difference. Then
mm,
they could honestly put him down as the baddest man. If he
in the
does that,
planet,
they have to. I mean, that's right under Mike Tyson, in my opinion.
right? They've been talking about manifesting a fight with one of our American killers versus, well, our American monster versus their Japanese monster. and that's Gervonta Davis. How do you see a fight for Inoue and Gervonta at a catchweight to make it fair for Inoue? Maybe 32 or something, 31, 32.
Want
How
his
does
help?
that manifest?
Honestly, I have Inoue beating Tank.
Woo! You got Inoue beating Tank. Their Japanese monster beating our American monster. Tell me why.
Skills,
Smash the like button.
skills. He just skilled his punch placement, his IQ. And honestly, I feel like in most cases, I think it's easier for smaller fighters to fight bigger fighters because naturally we are just strong. We just quicker. Naturally, we just
Yeah.
quicker and we see better. Everything comes off quicker. We move quicker. We fight faster.
It's like the
So
foot speed, right?
yeah, the foot speed, the hand speed, everything. We throw more punches.
And it's like you're
Everything.
squatting up. You're squatting up, so it
Yeah,
develops a little more
it's
power.
easier. It's easier to counter and it's easier to set up stuff on a bigger person.
Mm, mm. So you got Inoue.
That's just what I believe. However, Tank crack his little ass. It's over.
That's what
It's
I'm
over.
saying. Imagine he lands just one shot, like right here.
It's over. It's over. It's weight class. It's weight classes for a reason. I don't care they meet at a catch weight. Tank naturally is gonna be the bigger man, unless they do something like a rehydration clause or something. You can't get over a certain amount. If they do that, then I don't know. I don't know.
Mm. A lot of money on the table for that type of a fight.
A lot, a lot. Of course, they're gonna try to have it in Japan.
But maybe a neutral ground like Dubai. Somebody.
Yeah, that'd be tight. That'd be tight.
So
That'd
you
be
see
tight.
that 50-50?
Like 60-40. I ain't
Anyway.
gonna lie. Like anyway, it's like 60-40.
Mm. You
Tank
gonna
is
do?
Tank is good. Tank is good. Tank is good. I'm not taking anything from him, but Styles makes fights. Styles makes fights. I would want Tank to win though.
Yeah, of
I honestly
course.
would want Tank to win, hands down. If I bet, I'm betting 5 bands on Inoue, 3 on Tank.
Sheesh. 2 months of rent. 3 months of rent. Damn.
Yeah,
Well,
I
man,
have to.
that that's quite one. That's a big one right there. You gonna do your roommate like that? You gonna do Mr. Piglet like that? That's messed up. Okay, but
It
listen,
ain't messed up. It ain't messed up. I'm
nah,
pretty
you
sure
keeping
he'll
it
bet
jiggy. You
against me on
keeping it
certain people.
unbiased. Um, last minute, last minute things you would like to tell the media, bro. Um, this is Mill City Boxing, home of the high level pro boxing media. Make sure you guys smash the like button. Um, shout out your social media. What people can expect from you coming up. I know that you guys are heavily in all three of y'all. You're like heavily in your careers, helping each other out, which is great. It's beautiful. But last minute words. Shout out your social media and all that.
Uh, what's my social media?
So that's when you know
Hold
you're a
on, one
gym
second.
rat. That's when you know you're a gym rat. You just let the phone alone. My girl told me my social media.
It's GA Russell underscore.
Okay,
Y'all can follow me on Instagram at GA Russell underscore.
okay. You got Twitter,
No Twitter, no
TikTok,
none.
none of that.
I'm not really a big social media guy.
Okay,
Mm.
okay. And as far as any fight dates, possibly a month that we could look out.
We're looking later in the year. Looking later in the year, grinding to see which one of these guys with a belt will be willing to take a fight. See where I can slide in that.
You going straight for a title fight?
God willing.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Well, Gary, bro, I appreciate you, man. This was a great segment. Once again, we definitely do it again real soon.
Man, definitely.
All right, my brother. We will be
All right.
watching your brother fight this weekend as well.
Yeah, soon in.
All right, my brother. Much love to you. Okay. So there it is, guys. There it is. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. I'm gonna be posting this up today. This is my first YouTube live, so definitely tap in with me more, man. Make sure you guys smash the like button, and let's grow this channel. We just hit 10,000 subscribers a couple days ago. I appreciate everybody for subscribing, and have subscribed. Please press the notification buttons. If you haven't, what you doing? We got to get in this, man. We got to get in this. So much love to everybody, man, for supporting me. And to the next one. I'll be getting you some more interviews, more insight on what's going on in boxing today. Make sure you check out this weekend's fights. We got Oscar Valdez and Navarrete. We got Anthony Joshua and Robert Helenius. A lot of good fights. And we also got, Gary Antoine Russell going to be fighting on show. So make sure you tune in. We got all the fighters coming in on this platform. We growing tremendously. So much love to you guys. One.